Alright, hi everyone, I'm back at pattern-collections.com. I'm going to scroll down to pattern focus to find today's pattern. Going to go to Boubi-poke. I've done this one before. My pattern should be, come on, loading. Well, it's usually right here. This YouTube link right there should be my pattern. I don't know why it's not loading. Let me see if I can get it to load again. Refresh. Nope, doesn't want to load. Anyway, it's there. By Boubi-poke. This pattern has us drawing these peaks first in a series, and then drawing some echoey shapes, some parallel shapes, and then drawing in a downward fashion these lines. I found it very challenging to draw it that way. I don't remember this one exactly, but I remember it was kind of a challenge to draw it like that. I think what I found easier to do was to draw these and then draw this outer vertical and then come back through and do this, 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 and that, rather than try to do them in separate things. I found I've ended up with a lot of weird, funky chunks. But it looks like this sort of interesting, especially with this green Wizard of Oz Emerald City sort of a thing happening. So I'm not sure how it's going to go in a circle, but I'm going to give it a go. I have, oops, turn on my light so you guys can see. I have divided my circle into 7 parts this time. I decided a 7 section would be the right size for the next. I'm trying to do different things. So the last one was 5. The first one was 6. Right? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, the first one was 6. Second one was 5. I thought, well, let's do a 7. Shall we? See what happens. So I'm thinking that perhaps what I need to do is not go all the way to the middle with this shape. That will be difficult. I think I need another line out here. So I don't have one far enough out. I'm going to just set this back in the middle at the 2 inches. And draw another line. Is that right in the middle? I feel like that's not in the middle, but it should be. Okay. I'm going to draw another line about here. Okay. Yeah, that's not quite in the middle. See, that's the problem when you take it off and you try to put it back on, is it doesn't end up quite in the middle. Let me go around here. That's better. Let's try again. I'm going to try it on this one. That's better. Okay. Of course, it's probably too dark and it's going to make it hard for me to... yeah, it's going to make it hard, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mark. Or I'm just going to make the V shape here. And then come down to there. Or do I want to make the V shape further out? So that when I come to here, Indeed. What do I want to do? Or do I only want to make that shape to there? I might only want to make that shape to there. We'll see what happens. We're just gonna go with our gut and our instincts. I looked up what is a mandala, and I found a website that's called artisfun.com, and it's under / how to draw a mandala. And it says, what is a mandala? A mandala is a complex abstract design that is usually circular in form. In fact, mandala is a Sanskrit word meaning circle. Mandalas generally have one identifiable center point from which emanates an array of symbols, shapes, and forms. Mandalas can contain both geometric and organic forms, and they can also contain recognizable images that carry a meaning for the person who's creating it. In essence, a mandala represents the connection between our inner worlds and our outer reality. Designing your own mandala can be inspirational and therapeutic. And it talks about how the mandala is oh, maybe this was in a different website that I saw. That mandala is a is also symbolizing you know, the world in a whole. I think I might want to build this up rather than building it from the top to the bottom. I think I may want to build this from the bottom to the top. That might make more sense. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to actually draw these straight lines straight through. So I actually have 14 rather than 7, I think. Missing one. Missing 2. How did I do that? Okay. So I think I'm going to one, two, now I've lost my train of thought here. Yeah. So it'll be every other one. Duh. Like that. So in here, I'm going to do this shape. And I'm going to bring it down to the middle, I think. And then these ones are going to come this way, and they're going to come down, but they're not going to go to the middle. They're just going to go to like that. I'm going to try that. Okay, grab my pen and just do it. Actually use a bigger pen on the other side. Now, I could absolutely use a ruler or something to get these perfectly straight, but it's okay, they don't have to be. But I used the bigger pen on the one side to give it a little dimension that just drawing by itself would not do. Like that. That's pretty. I like that shape. Okay. And then here I'm going to do that same thing. And then get a bigger pen, go the other way at a similar angle. Okay, and then come down. Oh, that went completely wrong. Don't know how I'm going to fix that. Yeah, how am I going to fix that? The only way to fix it is to do it again with the other ones. Okay, this pattern may not be the right pattern. It's going to be what it is. It has morphed itself into a different shape altogether. But this is what the universe wanted me to do, clearly. I'm just gonna live with whatever happens. Alrighty then. That is not what I expected. Perhaps I'll do another one here. Okay, go with the flow, right? Folks, go with the flow. I'm gonna go to here. My phone is buzzing at me. Gone all the way around. So now I'm going to go all the way around again here. Have I done them all? I think I did. All right. Erase all my guidelines. I really do need to find my other eraser. Before I do the next one, remind me, people, I'm supposed to get up from here and go look for my other eraser. The one that I can do the darker. That's all right. That works. Okay. All right. So far, looks nothing like our sample pattern. Like nothing. Let's try to do something to make it a little bit more like this pattern. I think I'm going to use my big pen because I like this idea of having the thicker lines on the one side. So I'm going to do that and that. This repetition of pattern is really putting me in that sort of meditative zone. That not really meditative, which is everybody uses the word meditative, and it's not. That's not accurate. That's the thing, is it's not accurate, because for me, when I'm in a meditative or prayerful place, I'm actually more thinking about breath. I'm thinking about others. I'm not thinking about my drawing. And in here, I'm still thinking about my drawing. So it's different. It's more like when athletes talk about being in the zone, that you get into that place where you are just super focused. And that's different. For me, that's different than being meditative. Meditative is not focused. It's removing focus. It's becoming part of just being. At least that's in my personal experience. It's more of a being than a doing. And this is more of a doing. It's becoming very focused and getting this thing accomplished. So it's actually becoming in the zone rather than becoming meditative. If that makes any sense. If it doesn't make sense and you find it more meditative, that's cool. You know, to each his own. But I find it more focused and less meditative. But see how that's making it now look more like that pattern? But I think I would have been, not that I would have done it wrong, but I think I would have had it more trouble if I'd done this, just this part, like that. If I'd done that as one step and then done the straight lines down, I think I might have had more issues. I don't know. I still ended up with issues, so Definitely looks like it's some sort of crystalline structure. This is cool. All right. That's actually super cool. I really like it. Okay, let's do that other, the big one, and then the little one on the middle part. I'm almost tempted to leave it like that. Ooh. You know what? I'm really tempted to just go straight over and not come back down again, to just do this. Yeah. Like that. And I think I'm going to fill this one in with black. It's feeling like it wants black right there. So that's what that's going to have. And why? I don't really know. It's just an instinct that I have that's telling me that that wants to be just black. Yep, that's correct. That's what it was telling me. I don't know if it wants shading either. I know yesterday's didn't want shading, but this one probably should have shading. Yeah, it should have shading. Should I do a question? Probably. Are you guys liking these questions? Are they okay? Is it weird? Let me know. Tell me about it in the comments. If you don't want me to do them anymore, I can take it. Describe the perfect wife. I'm not it. No, I don't know. I don't know what the perfect wife is. What's the perfect wife? It's not that 1950s Leave It to Beaver wife, that's for sure. Because that woman didn't actually exist. I don't think she ever existed. My mother lived and grew up and was a wife and a mom during that period of time. She says that has nothing to do with her life and how her life went. So I'm not sure that that was ever actually accurate. I think it was just all made up in someone's head as to what the perfect life and wife and parents ought to be. Perfect wife was probably closer to Carol Brady of the Brady Bunch, because she had obvious flaws. There were many things that she had issues with, had troubles with, and yet she always stood by her family. Family came first. Her husband came first above everything else in the world. And that pretty much awesome, right? Oh, look at that. Okay, that black was exactly what it wanted and what it needed. Now it needs some shading. So let's give her a name. I forgot what it was called. Boubi something. B-O-U-B-I. Poke. Where do I want the name? One at the bottom, at the top? I guess at the bottom. Pencil. So when I was growing up, I wanted to be Marsha Brady. Didn't everybody want to be Marsha Brady? I think everybody wanted to be Marsha Brady or Greg. Everybody wanted to be the oldest of the bunch. But as I got older, as I became an adult, a grown-up parent, a mom, a wife, I begin to see Carol Brady had a pretty darn good life. I would take her life. Absolutely. Husband who adored her, made enough money to afford a live-in housekeeper. Woman who didn't have to work for a living, but could just do her thing, support her children. Matter of fact, I have no idea what Carol Brady did all day, because clearly Alice did all the work around the house. So who knows what Carol did all day? But that's okay. I'd love to be Carol. That's kind of what I do now, because I'm blessed beyond belief that when I'm not at work, I have my art and I can do all these lovely things. I'm just, yeah, so blessed. Maybe I don't want to be Carol Brady. Maybe I just want to be me. That's not a bad thing, right? To want to be yourself. Why are you not making marks? Come on, make a mark. I just want some dots. I don't want a lot. Do I want to do anything else? I don't think so. I think I'm good with it just as it is. No, it's telling me it wants something, but I'm not sure what. It's telling me it wants more here. Okay, so if you were a fan of the Brady Bunch growing up, who did you want to be? Let me know. I want to know who you wanted to be. Did anybody want to be Cindy? She was a whiny brat. I mean, if you were going to be the youngest, I'd have been Bobby, not Cindy. Okay. Yep, there we go. It needed just that little something. Don't know why, but sometimes you stop and listen and your tile will tell you what it wants. I love that explosion. That is not what I had in my head. I'm telling you, that looks nothing like what I thought. But you know what? I drew inspiration from the Boubi-poke pattern and I did my thing with it. That's what I want you guys to get from this, besides just watching me draw, which, you know, there are lots of people you can watch other people draw. And obviously you can watch me draw this pattern in a different way, a more standard way on my previous video. And if I think about it, I'll put a link, I'll be there somewhere, to the previous video. But what I want you to get out of it is that, you know, you don't have to follow exactly what the thing says. Just be inspired by the pattern. You don't have to follow it exactly. It's okay. And look at what kind of thing that you can create from it. I'm really enjoying this mandala week. Can you tell? I'm having so much fun. I cannot wait to see what kind of pattern we have on tap for tomorrow and what kind of thing will come out of my hand, because I certainly don't know what's going to come out of me. So you guys have a great day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Let's make the world a better place, one mandala at a time. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.